Hey guys, welcome to episode 15 of season 7 here at Sunderland. It's the season finale, it's the series finale, it's FIFA 19 finale. It's the FA Cup final against Wolverhampton Wanderers. We are almost at full strength. Chalov is on his way back from injury, not fit enough yet to start, but will certainly play a part in what hopefully will be a trophy lifting finale to our time on the game, let alone in this save. 25th of May 2025, it's time for the FA Cup final against Wolves. Do let me know in the comment section down below, without cheating and skipping to the end, what you think the scoreline will be at the end of the fixture. I'm going to lean towards a 3-1 Sunderland scoreline. I'm going to say 3-1 Sunderland, but that is... Actually, I didn't quite finish this quarter. That is not really taking into account the sort of form that we're currently in, which actually is pretty poor indeed. We have not been in good form whatsoever recently, but their backline doesn't look that strong. Are they missing anyone through injury or suspension? They aren't. Still 5 at the back here at Wolves, so going to be hard to break down, but hopefully we can get ourselves a decent win to end things at Sunderland. We were not able to get to the Champions League semi-finals. We were not able to win the Premier League. We want to say that we were able to win the FA Cup. After the game, we'll have a full season and series roundup. But for now, we're going to concentrate on one thing: lifting that trophy. One to Saka, side to McAllister. Yuri Tielemans on the drive forward. Martial is the option out wide. I'm hoping to be better here. Oh, what a start! What a start! George Harrison thumping home a header after 4 minutes. I was about to say I'm hoping to be better here than we were in the last episode, where obviously we lost the Premier League title to Liverpool and got knocked out in the episode before that at the Champions League at the quarter-final stage. But that's the dream beginnings to life in an FA Cup final. George Harrison is up, heads the ball down. We are 1-0 in front. And, here's Doherty down the right. Early cross that's blocked. And, well, Diop in the middle won that header, rising beautifully above Alexis McAllister. Just couldn't cope with the sheer physicality of the Wolves midfielder. Thankfully, they haven't been able to deal with us at all so far. That ball isn't quite well placed enough. Alfie Watson will pump this clear. Of course, we're playing against a former player of ours in goal. Be disappointing for him if he loses the final against his former team. Here's Guri, turns well, whipped in. Longley steers that clear, is probably the best way to phrase that. Here's Alexis McAllister. Kai Havertz. I'd love to get Chalov involved at some point today as well. If we can get him a goal, I'll be thrilled. I lift that, looking for Alexis through the middle, but can't get it to him. Here's Diop again. Forward to Di Matta and Guri. Diop. Lovely through ball, looking for the overlapping run of Johnny, the left back. The Spaniard is in behind here. Stands the ball in. Lunin punches. McAllister needs to get to that first. Doesn't. Tielemans will turn and we will get rid of the ball. Getting slightly nervy back here at times. Kai Havertz will look to find George Harrison. This is well worked. This is really well worked. Jack Clark's been a great source of goals for us throughout this entire save. And Alfie Watson makes the save. George Harrison's up. Alfie Watson is up. It'll drop to Jack Clark though. Bit of space will let fly. It's dipping, but tips right into the arms of the awaiting goalkeeper. Still 1-0 after 24 minutes. Johnny. Let's turn inside. Diop. Yes, Yuri Tielemans. I say yes, Yuri Tielemans. Diop still got the better of him. Yes, Yuri Tielemans. Oh, dearie me. Diop is such a specimen in the midfield. He's so difficult to just get off the ball. Ridiculous strength and power from the midfielder. Work that inside there to Martial, who's just taken up a central role, or a slightly more central role. I don't know what Kai Havertz is doing there with that pass. We've gifted Wolves possession back again. They're on the attack. With 5 at the back, though, it is difficult unless, as is happening here and as has happened previously, the wing-backs get forward in support, and Johnny's doing exactly that. They'll earn themselves a corner here, Wolves. We're on the back foot again, trying to ensure that we keep our 1-0 lead till half-time. No! Bolly heads up, and the keeper catches. Willy Bolly with an open goal in front of him, and he doesn't aim the header well enough. Martial work that inside, just work it back. Let's keep possession, work it around well. Oh, that was absolutely terrible. Damata to Diop. Just getting him off the ball, it's been a problem so far in this game. Thankfully, Johnny loses his first touch and then loses possession. We're on the counter-attack. Kai Havertz is there. George Harrison's with me. Powerful nudge in the back. Oh, and if I could have stolen that away. Here's Wendell. End-to-end game this. Pretty stretched. Needed that early goal because we haven't come close to scoring since. Doherty on the overlap here. Cross-blocked by Martial. It will be another Wolverhampton Wanderers corner as they continue to look for a way back into this FA Cup final tie. Delivery from Wendell. It's good. Tielemans gets something on that as the header came in from the man in the middle. And it's cleared away for another Wolves corner. Wendell again delivers, again loops. Cody, well held by Lunin to ensure we will keep this 1-0 lead until half-time. Stats at the halfway stage show an even game, really. We've just edged possession. They've had more chances than us, but we're just edging the scoreline. It's been a very tough fixture so far. I haven't really come close to getting a second goal. That burst at the beginning gave us the 1-0 lead, and other than that, I felt pretty defensive for the majority of the game, just having to resort to trying to catch Wolves on the counter-attack and pick apart their defence as the wing-backs get forward in their attacks. But so far, I haven't really been able to adequately find a way through. We'll use the left-back here. Ferlameni can keep that in, which he can. I've still got George Harrison back here in support. I could have had a shot there, but against it, Alexis will look for Jack Clark. Getting a little bit narrow here. Yuri Tielemans can't get it out of his feet in time. And my attack comes to a close. That's seemingly all that's happened in the game since we scored our goal. We shall try and get that second to ensure victory. But the longer it stays 1-0, the longer I feel Wolves are... Oh, are probably going to get themselves back in it. Not anymore. George Harrison with a goal worthy of winning a cup final. Replay, please. Show me that again. Turns well, gets really lucky with the way it falls back to him, but he's put his foot straight through that. Clean a strike as you'll ever see. Kai Havertz gets out of the way, and into the top bins it goes. Vamos! Sunderland 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. That might be the FA Cup in the bag. McAllister spins well into Harrison. Kai Havertz looking to create the chance. Delayed a bit with the pass, and that might have cost me the opportunity. I'll get it back to Kai on his left. Good save, Alfie Watson down low well. An hour played. Still Wolves have been the better side, I think. But we have ourselves a 2-0 lead now that we might well have the chance to build on. Oh, Kai's left foot doesn't score me many goals, but that one is maybe the pick of the bunch from the day. You saw the stats at half-time. I wasn't that competitive, or that dominant, should I say. Certainly were competitive at least, but that's a wonderful finish. A great finish. First time on the volley. Bosh. That is absolutely superb from Kai Havertz. We've had the finishing edge here. Just 15 minutes into the second half, Wolves are yet to have a chance. We've had 3 more, and 2 have gone in. Possession's gone from 52 to 55%. We've certainly dominated the opening 15 of the second half as we dominated the opening 5 of the first. We've made it pay. Sunderland 3, Wolves 0. We are certainly going to be winning the FA Cup this year. I would have been devastated if we hadn't won anything at all this season. But we are going to end with at least 1 trophy for the Sunderland fans to enjoy. Unfortunately, no Premier League title. Unfortunately, no Champions League trophy. But we will take arguably one of the most, if not the most, recognisable and sought-after trophy in club football. certainly of all the domestic trophies available throughout club football. It's 3-1 though. Wolves aren't out of it yet. They've pulled that one back. It's a good finish actually, to be fair. Nice little drop with his shoulder. Settles himself and then lets fly. 3-1. It had to be Diop as well, the way he's been playing so far in this game. 20 minutes for Wolves to maybe fight back. Here's Vinagre. Inside to Guri. Dimata. Vinagre again. Didn't whip it as I thought he might. Thankfully, Nicolas Surla gets on the end of that. Cuts it out, otherwise we might have been in trouble there. Space for Martial, though. Although Vinagre has tracked back brilliantly. Talk about putting the effort in. That was ridiculous. Wonderful stamina from Vinagre. Johnny tackled by Clark, but falls back to him. 12 minutes to go. Time is running out for Wolves now. They've proven that they can score against us. Vinagre might try and whip it again. He went low last time, but he's turned back on his left now, and it's a good delivery too. Wan-Bissaka away. First time from Wendell. That was moving. Visually see the waver of the ball there as it flew through the air. Corner to come in from Wendell himself, who just had that stunning first time effort. Great delivery. Good header. It's off the bar, and thankfully bounces away from the awaiting Wolves man underneath said bar to turn it home. Here's Diop again. Into Vinagre. Back there to Wendell. Dimata. Vinagre could save Lunin. Wolves ending with a flurry. Chances coming left, right and centre for them here, but they haven't been able to find a way through for a second time. That's dipping, but dipping only onto the roof of the net. To Alexis. Drew Yearwood, who's come off the bench here and has picked up the captain's armband in doing so. And he will be the man to lift the trophy. I tried to engineer it that Lyndon Gooch picked up the captain's armband. I've brought him off the bench as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite do it. It wouldn't change from Drew Yearwood once it had been assigned to him. But Drew's been with us a long while in this save as well, and certainly deserves the chance to lift the trophy for us. And lift the trophy for us he shall right now. I think I said 3-1, didn't I? My prediction at the beginning of the episode. Well then, that's gone well. George Harrison with a brace. Kai Havertz with a stunning left-footed volley. They pulled one back, Wolves. Wan-Bissaka can barely believe it by the looks of his reaction. We are going to lift the FA Cup at the end of the season. The season has been very hard fought. A save that's been very hard fought. We've been through a lot with Sunderland. Missing out on promotion, getting promotion, winning promotion again, reaching the Premier League. It was touch and go as to whether we'd survive Season 1. Then it was whether we'd even reach the European spot. Then it was whether we'd even reach the Champions League spot. Then it was would we even challenge for the title. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get that title. But we will be holding one title. FA Cup winners 2025. Sunderland Football Club. Thrilled with that. Drew deserves to lift that. Lyndon Gooch is up there as well. I made sure he came off the bench at the very least. Lyndon Gooch, a man who's been with us from day one here at Sunderland, and now an FA Cup winner with his club as well. I'll advance to the end of the season and we'll have a full season roundup. So then we reach the final day. Liverpool win the Premier League. We'll have a look at the competitions that we are involved in, the other large competitions around Europe, and one final look at our squad to see how we've grown from the opening of the save. Liverpool winning the lead by 3 points, unfortunately, as we fail at the final hurdle, losing to Fulham, who, unfortunately for them, despite winning, still got relegated. Manchester United finished second, Chelsea fourth on goal difference ahead of Brighton. Manchester City sixth only, Spurs seventh, Arsenal down in 10th. Fulham, despite beating me on the final day, relegated by a point. Cardiff City also relegated by a singular point. Nottingham Forest just weren't at the races this season for them, unfortunately. Obviously, the FA Cup, we saw ourselves come out victorious 3-1 against Wolves. You've literally just watched that game. In the Carabao Cup, Arsenal beat Leicester by 2-0. We were knocked out in the fourth round by Manchester United by 2-0. Unfortunately for us, the team that beat us didn't then go on and win the competition as a whole. Chelsea won the European Super Cup with a 3-1 win over Betis. who of course knocked us out of the Europa League last year en route to winning the competition, which then meant that they were in that UEFA Super Cup final at all. And we lost in the quarters to Atleti. They then went and beat Borussia Dortmund. Juventus, after beating Manchester United, went and beat Barcelona. And Juventus have won the Champions League on penalties after a thrilling 3-3 final against Atletico Madrid. Congratulations to the old lady, winning the Champions League for the first time in a long time. Whether Buffon was involved or not, I highly doubt. Maybe as a member of the coaching staff instead. Obviously never won it as a player. So far, I think he's still playing for Juventus though. Or Piemonte Calcio as they are in FIFA 20. Liverpool 3, Manchester City 2 in the Europa League final. Congratulations to Liverpool for winning the double, Europa League and the Premier League, and currently it's the Confederations Cup. England aren't a part of, but you can see the 8 teams involved there. That is one hell of a group. Portugal, Brazil, Spain and France. Italy can count themselves lucky to only have the group they do. With regards to what the board wanted from us this year, we didn't do any of the youth objectives purposefully. Just there was no point with it being the final year. We obviously signed one crucial first team player to a forward position. We got the shirt sales as well. Financially, there were no objectives. Domestically, want me to finish top 4? We did. Second, of course. Want me to reach the final of the FA Cup? We won it, of course. But unfortunately, didn't reach the final of the Champions League. Only a quarter-final appearance for us. Having a look at the top goal scorers in the Premier League, Mo Salah with 19, Nicola Pepe on 18 for Manchester City, Hazard on 15. Our highest league goal scorer was Chalov there with 13, and then Jack Clark and George Harrison with 12 apiece. Any other Sunderland players in that list? None. Assist-wise, it was Nathan Redmond at Newcastle, and Brun Larsen also on 9 at Brighton. We had Tielemans on 8 and McAllister on 8. Do we have any more in there? Yes, George Harrison with 6. And that's it. And clean sheet wise, Lunin with just 8 clean sheets in 37 games. I can't really look much further than my defensive record, can I, for why we only finished second and not first in the Premier League this season. Actually, how many goals did we concede? 42, which is more than anyone else in the top 4. 42 goals conceded. 71 scored, best in the league, but 42 conceded, which was ultimately our downfall. Attribute-wise, though, no improvement for Lunin. Or not overall, anyway. Reactions went up 2 and kicking went up 3. I would say avoid Lunin in future if you're thinking of picking him up. I'd say don't. Sign someone else. I genuinely didn't really get on that well with Andre Lunin. Reece Cooper is up 2 to 85. He continues to grow well. 99 kicking, 96 diving. Wan-Bissaka up 1 to 87. Great season for him. Nicolas Söler up 1 to 91. He's so good and has a big upgrade in FIFA 20 as well. Longley, 90 rated. He too has a really good looking item in FIFA 20. Liam Bennett, no further growth from him this season. Castell is up 6. We obviously stopped training halfway through the season though. Juan Foyth up 1 to 85, although his first team spot disappeared from him with the introduction of Longley and Söler to the squad. Ferland Mendy, no growth from him, but rock solid at left back. Max Lowe, no growth from him. Obviously barely played for me this season after being a go-to for the majority of the saves. Similarly, James Justin, +1 for him though, up to 84. Jamie Ward, no growth for him this year, only the 5 games played. Neumann's up 3 out on loan at Fulham. Nice to see him continue to grow. Lyndon Gooch, no decline for him. Ultimately, he did get 1 Premier League goal this season, so pleased for him to have a contribution. Jack Clark up 1 to 84. 18 goals for him in all competitions this year. 4 in 7 in the FA Cup and an assist. 18 goals, 7 assists in 55 games. Fantastic player. Drew Yearwood lifted the trophy. Heavily involved, mainly from the subs bench, but heavily involved this season. Yuri Tielemans, no growth from him, 87 rated. 5 goals, 12 assists for him from midfield. McAllister, 12 goals, 14 assists. So still had a lot to do and a lot to say with regards to the on-field action, but not quite as influential this year as he was last. Zimmerman up 3 to 79. Ed Phillips up 3 to 72. Kai Havertz up 2 to 92. That happened immediately as we signed him. Immediately. He had 7 goals, 7 assists. Yes, it was a wonderful goal in the FA Cup final, but I would have wanted more from Kai Havertz. 92 rated. With those stats, you expect better. Cameron Morris up 5 at Cam. George Harrison up 3 to 90 rated now in this save. He got 25 goals in all competitions, 8 in 9 in the Champions League, including 9 assists as well, 6 of which coming in the Premier League. Guerin up 5, barely involved. Rafinha lost his first team spot to Jack Clark, and you can see why. Jack Clark certainly much more influential on the field than Rafinha. Disappointed with him. Kind of wish we'd went with someone else. Chalov, good season for him. 20 goals in all competitions, 7 in 5 in the FA Cup, 13 and 5 assists in the Premier League. It's a shame we lost him towards the end of the season. I think if he had been involved still, he might well have won the Premier League. Castelli's up 7 to 77, 5-star skills for him. Thomas up 3 to 75. And then Anthony Martial, 90 rated. Any individual stat growth? Nothing. 29 years of age, 9 goals and 5 assists. Not amazing. I never tend to get much from my left-hand side, apart from that one season where Jack Clark went mental. So I'm happy enough with Anthony Martial, who's wearing international duty currently. But that is where the season, that is where the save, that is where our time on FIFA 19 comes to an end. Thank you very much for your support today on this series and throughout the year of FIFA 19. Please do join me later on in the week for FIFA 20. Early access available from the 19th. We will be beginning the brand new Chelsea series then. Not sure entirely what day you'll be seeing this. I believe Saturday or Sunday. Thursday will be the first video from the brand new career mode on a brand new FIFA. Do make sure you're subscribed. Have the notification bell turned on so you know when a video's gone live. Make sure you're following me on social media, links in the description, and on Mixer too, where we'll be continually streaming very, very regularly, as daily as I possibly can. Thank you for a great year on FIFA 19. Here's to better on FIFA 20.